I'm about to go out. You know, so I just started accepting it.
Up, 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 up. In the club, fuck it dog, ayy. Got a bag, run it dog, ayy. OMA.
We saw like, you know, speaking of like nature and wildlife, we saw like leaf cutter ants and like bullet ants, and they're like pretty big. They're like probably like the size of like a dime. It's just, you know, so miraculous to me, like how nature organizes itself, and like all the ants, you know, like in long lines, they'd be like traveling with like heavy loads. It got to a point like, and people were asking questions, you know, out of concern for their own safety. You could go down that rabbit hole, you know, so deep to the point of like no return, where people are asking like stupid ass questions.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know, so like, I don't know if like the guy was like trying to humor us, if he thought it'd be like funny to just like fuck with us a little bit. But like on the other hand, like people, you know, especially when you're concerned for your safety, you start asking like some stupid ass questions, like we'll cross that bridge when we get there type of questions. Like some people were asking like, oh, so what do you do if you get bit by a snake?
Bruh.
Like, where's like the nearest hospital? You know, it's like 45 minutes away, you know. So like he would answer these questions like legitimately, but then like some questions started coming out of like left field, and like they would start like joking with us like, oh, it's like an anaconda like really here or whatever, and then they would give us like some bullshit advice about like what to do. It got to the point where it started like blurring the lines between like fact and fiction. We couldn't tell like if the guides were like joking or not, you know. So like everything just became one big joke, right? So we're learning like how to whitewater raft and everything like that, and where everybody's doing really well, having a really good time. You know, nothing serious really happened to anybody up to this point. We're finding out it's a lot easier than kayaking. So like these are people that, you know what they're doing, really, you know. But keep in mind what I said about the jokes, because that's where all of this starts to come into play. So right, there's this one point in the river where we like all stop and we get off the rafts and everything like that. And one of the guides said there's like this tall, maybe like a 15, like 20-foot rock or whatever. And we all get on the rock, and the guide is telling us, okay, we're gonna jump from this rock into the river. And he was telling us, you know, and he was instructing us and giving us advice and everything about what to do and how to do it and all that. But at the same time, he was like, okay, well, make sure you make it across the river, because if not, bye-bye, you're going off to Panama. I was like, yeah, all right, this is a joke. I'm telling everybody, all the members and everything like that, yeah, I'm going to see him jump first, you know. And then he jumps, right? So I was like, oh, shit just got real, right? And then, like, okay, so you make it across, you know, successfully, all that. And then, like, everybody else started jumping. I was like, okay, well, you know, let me go back to that raft over here, that boat. You know, like, I'm going to watch y'all jump, and I'm going to get over to this boat. Man, tell me why they had moved boats. They had to just move the boats, like, across the river. I was like, damn, now I got to jump, you know. But I'm watching all these other people jump. Everybody's making it across fine. You know, so I was like, okay, there's a high success rate here. At least like 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the people, you know, 66-75% of the people are jumping off of this rock and making it across the river, right? I was like, okay, well, don't look too hard. Everybody's making it across. What are the chances I'm the weakest swimmer here? Right? And little did I know, the homie that was with me from the day before on the kayak, he went in like a little bit right before me and Kayla, who had got caught in the whirlpool and shit from the day before. They went in like right before me, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Kayla made it across like this time well and everything. But other homie Harishi, we went in at the same time and didn't know it. But I had jumped off the rock, and he was on the other side of the river, a little bit over, and the stream just takes him. But I'm already jumped in by this time, you know, and I'm like swimming across the river. I'm like seeing him, like they're trying to save him. They're throwing like the rope across the way to like catch him and everything like that. Hopefully he'll grab on. I'm like, okay, they saving him. Good shit, right? And I'm trying to swim across the river and everything like that. I'm about halfway through. And I'm like, all right, I hope they save him so they can save me. Cause like by this time, like, oh man, I ain't gonna make it. I'm a little bit too late. I don't know if I hadn't started soon enough, or shit, like maybe I wasn't the strongest swimmer, like I said there. And then like I don't think my hair helps. Like I think it get caught up with the water and like the water resistance and everything like that. Even though with the life vest, it's kind of like strapped down and like the helmet on top and everything. But I don't think it helps really. But it was like, damn. So that was a tough one. That was a tough one, especially after everything that happened the day before. And again, like I start trying to stand up, you know, thinking I can stand up. So some rocks start coming in, start tearing up my legs. It's like, nah. Okay, so so I start keeping my feet up for a little while, and then I start floating on the other side of the river, the opposite side of the side that I need to get on. And yeah, by this time, like I had kind of already came to like accepting my fate. Like, okay, like they're so focused on him, and like rightfully so, they should be focused on him. But I'm about to go out. You know, it's like, so I just start accepting it. At this point, like, shit, it is what it is. You know, like you came on this trip, you signed the waiver and everything like that. So I started like grabbing onto like branches and shit when I started hitting the other side of the bank, whatever I could reach, whatever I could get my hands on. The first sticks, they weren't like big enough to like support my weight, so like they just break off in my hand. You know, so like, okay, well, try that. And so we grabbed some more sticks, and these are actually like strong enough to like, you know, I grab hold of them and, you know, won't let go, you know. And then from the other side of the river, they started yelling at me, let go of the sticks. I'm like, y'all got me fucked up right now. Y'all told me to jump off this rock. I thought y'all was joking. And now y'all tell me to let go of these. Nah. I said, y'all gonna have to come and get me. You know, so that's exactly what they did. They had one of the guides in the kayak come paddle over and everything like that. And that's what he did. He came and to get me. And so I grabbed onto the back of his kayak. And but there wasn't enough space on that kayak for me to get in as well. So he had to like, you know, take me to another boat. And this is like a whole different boat. Like these are totally unrelated to the people in our group. They're in a whole different group. You know, they see me like struggling and everything like that. And so like they grabbed me from the kayak. You know, I'm holding onto their boat on the string or whatever. And that was a struggle in itself to get me from out the water to pull me onto their boat. And first thing I was worried about, dude, Harishi, you know, who had went off before me. I was like, man, where's the other guy? Is he all right? And like they had got him too. So like I said, everybody made it through. Everybody made it through successfully and survived, you know. So just count my blessings, you know what I'm saying? So what's going on, y'all? This is OMA, one who may ascend. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, share it with somebody else who might enjoy it as well. Also, turn on your post notifications after you subscribe. I'll catch you in another video. Thanks again. We're going all the way up. Eyes to the sky.